Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's solve linked list cycle, Leetcode number 141. Even though it's marked as easy, this problem teaches us one of the most elegant algorithms in computer science, one that runs in linear time with constant space. In this problem, we are given the head of a linked list and our job is to determine if the linked list has a cycle in it. Now let's see what exactly is a cycle. A cycle occurs when we reach a node, say this node here at node 2, and then reach that same node again and again by continuously following the next pointer. Essentially, if we keep traversing the list, we will never reach null. Instead, we'll end up looping back to a previous node forever. Side note, if you look at the Leetcode example input, you will see a parameter called position. Don't worry about it. It's just for internal testing. For example, position equal to 1 simply means the tail points back to index 1 to form a cycle. But we need not worry about it as we only get the head node. For this problem, we should return true if there is a cycle. Otherwise, we should return false. Here for example, since we have a cycle, we will return true. But what if this node -4 was pointing to null? In that case, we would eventually reach the end of the list at the null node, so we will return false. Now, in terms of a solution, the most intuitive way to solve this is by traversing the list starting from the head node, using a pointer, let's call it the current pointer, and checking if the node it's pointing to is one we have already visited. And as you might have guessed, we can use a HashSet for this purpose, as it takes just constant time to check if an item exists. Here, our current pointer points to the head node. Since we haven't seen this node before, we add it to the set. It's important to note that we add the node reference itself, not just the value. This is because there might be cases with duplicate values elsewhere in the list, which could give us a false alarm that we've detected a cycle. Next, we visit nodes 2, 0 and -4. Since we haven't visited them yet, we add them to the set as well. Eventually, our pointer loops back from node -4 to node 2. We check, is it in the set? Yes, it is already there. Since we found a duplicate, we return true as a cycle is detected. If the list didn't have a cycle, we would have eventually reached null. And since we never found a duplicate, we would return false. This approach is easy to understand and implement and has a time complexity of O of n, where n is number of nodes, since we are visiting each node at most once. However, there's a catch. As we are storing every single node in the set, the space complexity is also O of n. For a problem this simple, using that much extra memory feels wasteful. Can we detect a cycle without remembering every node we have visited? Is there a way to solve this problem using only constant extra space? And the answer is yes. We can do that by using a clever technique called Floyd cycle finding algorithm, also known as tortoise and hare algorithm. We again start at the beginning of the linked lists, but with two pointers this time. A slow pointer, the tortoise, and a fast pointer, the hare. The tortoise shifts by just one node, while the hare covers 2 steps at a time. Now, suppose we have a list like this one. If these pointers keep running on a straight path, it's a no-brainer that the fast pointer will reach the end, the null point of the linked list first. For example, slow pointer jumps to node 2 and fast pointer leaps over to node 0. And then slow pointer walks to node 0 and the fast pointer moves out of the list. In this simple case, the cycle doesn't exist and we return false. But what if there is a cycle like we have here? Again, both pointers start at the head, node 3. And then during the iteration, we will see first the fast pointer enters the cycle and eventually the slow pointer also comes in. Once they are both in the cycle, they will eventually meet at some point inside it. If they ever meet, we know for sure there is a cycle. Let's quickly see this in action. In the first jump, slow moves to 2 while fast leaps over to 0. Since the fast pointer hasn't reached the end and neither have these pointers met, we keep going. Next, slow reaches 0. Meanwhile, fast leaps over -4 and ends up at 2. There is no overlap yet, but now watch this. Slow moves to -4. Fast, moving twice as fast, goes from 2 to 0 and then lands right on -4 as well. And boom, they've met. Since they're on the same node, we found the cycle and returned true. Now, here the example is small, so it was easy to see them meet. But you might have two questions. One, why would they definitely meet? And if they do meet after circling the list, does the algorithm still have a time complexity of O of n? Or is it badly impacted by the pointers running inside the loop? There are multiple ways to answer them, but let me try to answer both using the concept of relative velocity from physics. We know the speed of the hare is 2 and the speed of the tortoise is 1. Therefore, the relative velocity of the hare with respect to the tortoise is 2 minus 1 equals 1. This means if we imagine the tortoise is stationary, then on a straight line, the hare is just going away from it one step at a time. But now, suppose they have both entered a circle. Instead of a circle of size 3 in our example, let's take a bigger circle with say n nodes. Because it's a loop and the tortoise stays still, the hare isn't just moving further away, it's actually approaching the tortoise from behind. Eventually, it will lap the entire circle and land exactly on the tortoise's position. So, they meet for sure. Since the relative speed is 1 and the max length of this circle is n, it will take the hare at most n steps to catch up. That's why the time complexity stays O of n even with the cycle. And for space, we only use two pointers, slow and fast, no matter how big the list is. That's O of 1 space, a huge improvement over the HashSet based approach. Here is the quick code walkthrough of the algorithm we just talked about, with Java code on the left and Python on the right. We set up our two runners, slow and fast, both starting at the head. Now we start the while loop, which runs as long as fast and fast.next are not null. Why check for fast.next? Because fast pointer jumps 2 steps. If fast.next is null, there is nothing to jump to. Inside the loop, slow moves 1 step, fast moves 2 steps. Then we check, are they on the same node? If yes, then we have found our cycle and we return true immediately. However, if the loop finishes as fast pointer reaches the end of the list, that means no cycle was found and we returned false. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.